Alright, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Connor on Chain. This video, I want to cover a couple things today from a little bit of Bitcoin price action. I want to show you guys some narratives / social trends to keep you up to date with what's going on as far as crypto narratives and where to pay attention and runes again. So let's dive in real quick. We'll cover a few things. So we'll go to trading view here. So Bitcoin, I assume 95% of you guys are probably glued to the Bitcoin chart, as I am literally every day, right? Bitcoin is just under 68,000. I've been waiting for this kind of price action to finally play out for at least 2 months now, maybe a month and a half. I've been waiting for some sort of momentum shift to kind of flip down, and it seems like it's finally happened here. Because usually when we see this kind of momentum flip where, we were going down for a while, but momentum starts to flow this way, is usually we're probably going to see some sort of at least one more push outside of maybe a short-term pullback. We'll probably see something like this if I had to guess. That would be my best bet. Like I said, I think, I'm not saying we're going to God candle straight to 75, but, I think the next 2 weeks are going to be bullish. Maybe we chop, come back down, pull some liquidity before we have a nice next leg push. Boom. Some shit like that I think is going to happen. So I'm going to close this up. Bottom line, Bitcoin chart in and of itself looks incredibly bullish from a technical aspect to any other aspect from, macro conditions as well. I think it looks primed to actually start another run. Time frame based as well, based on previous cycles. This kind of time frame in October is usually when we start to see a new push to the upside, right? So before I get into runes here, I want to pull up a couple charts here. So this is a dude on Dune.com. His name's Crypto Choreo. So he has a lot of different data that you can actually look at and to check just for literally any kind of data when it comes to narratives, social trends for crypto. They got narrative breakdowns here, so they're talking about L1 from the social sentiment, social mentions, and they got AI as well, DEX. But this is what I wanted to pull up. And number one of the biggest things, AI social sentiment from May to right now. Look at what is popular. There's a clear outlier here, right? I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. BitTensor has more mentions than anything, and it is not even remotely close. If I take BitTensor out, look at the AI mentions. There's absolutely nothing. And even for me, Render is like one of my favorite AI projects. That's a very high cap. Yet there's close to no mention of it. Zero Labs is close to no mention. When you bring in BitTensor is basically taking up all of AI's mind share on Twitter. And the reason why I bring this up is because if you guys are on Twitter a lot, most of you guys are only going to follow people that, consistently bull post your bags, that talk about certain AI coins you like. What I mean by that is a lot of people fall into what they call a Twitter echo chamber, where, the only people that you're consistently seeing are people that are, talking about the same coins that you're either holding or coins that you like. It's really hard once you fall into that to actually get a real perspective of, everything outside of your little echo chamber. Because I know for a fact, like, my Twitter feed is 100% an echo chamber, literally just filled with, Mog posts. That's literally half my feed, if not 80% of my feed, unless I'm searching outside of my actual feed, which is what I'm doing every day anyways. But this, it does bring up a nice some nice data when it comes to different narratives if you want to check. So I'll leave the links to all of these in the description. One of the main things I wanted to pull up was actually this other one, a narratives token breakdown. So this talks about 7-day performance comparatives, has a lot of data when it comes to the actual different narratives in comparison to each other. This shows literally the last 7 days. For some reason, we're seeing Telegram bots get a lot of attention. But of course, memes are still at the top. Memes or narratives month to date, performance comparative. 27% memes. Everything is not even close. DSize had one of the worst performance this month. Ordinals were really bad, which is kind of shocking to me. Wallets, options, yield, RWA, 2, GameFi, Deepin. It's kind of crazy. That when you're looking at the actual data. This is also what I wanted to cover with runes after. We got Bitcoin narrative kind of trending. And again, what that means is I think anything and everything related to the Bitcoin DeFi sector, bunch of different, stuff all together. So narratives last 3 months. We had L1s, which is one of the only thing that's actually up. Memes are down, privacy, L2, RWA, GameFi down really bad. AI is holding up one of the best. Because obviously the last 3 months have been literally down only, probably the worst performing 3 months like we've seen, I think, this bull run. So narratives year to date. So this is on the entire year of 2024. Meme coins, of course, have been doing the best. RWA is doing very well. And AI is still okay. It's in the top 6. But, it's kind of interesting to see what else lies up here. We got LSD, liquid staking, which I don't cover anything remotely related to that. I don't care to invest, or I don't really care to talk about it because it's not something I'm actively investing in by any means. But, obviously the technology is there and the data doesn't lie. So, it's got to be very big in other parts of Twitter, that I'm not focusing on. Again, narratives leaderboard, we're seeing NFTs and memes, which is kind of funny. We've seen meme NFTs, which I've been preaching for months as well, actually getting insane moves outside of really everything else not doing much at all in the space. But apparently privacy has been doing incredible, so that's interesting. Volume per narrative. So this kind of shows you where is the money flowing to. Obviously, because memes have been doing so well, it's kind of like a cycle. Because everyone knows memes are doing well, they continue to do well, and more money continues to flow there because everyone knows they continue to do well. But again, volume is showing memes and AI is where most of the money is flowing into. Even RWA, which I'm shocked is down here. GameFi is even lower. Again, according to the data, guys, it's like, I'm bullish on GameFi, but I'm not as bullish on it as I used to be. This whole bull run so far, I thought GameFi was going to be, the biggest narrative of all time, with AI, memes, RWA, but, it just has not performed nearly like it did in the past. And again, I'm not saying it's not going to perform, because it probably will have an incredible bull run again. But I just think this bull run, no matter what, AI and meme coins are going to take the front seat without a single doubt in my mind. I think anything meme and AI related are going to completely outperform what GameFi is going to do. Even if GameFi has that narrative pump and really comes back harder than ever, I still think memes and AI are going to well outperform it. So again, for me, that's why, like I said, I still cover and I hold some gaming tokens. I don't hold a lot at all. Legitimately, maybe a couple, but that's it. I have a very small percent of my portfolio in gaming right now. And then even for RWA, I've cut that down a lot lately, last couple months. But what's interesting too is IXS, basically one of the RWA tokens closest to its all-time high, channel favorite. IXS has been a powerhouse of an RWA play literally this whole bull run so far. It is very close to its all-time high, showing its strength in the market right now, which is, I think it's honestly incredible. It has still been a powerhouse of a project. But, this is kind of what it says. Top 15 narrative, tokens closest to all-time high. Obviously, you can check out all these. These top 15 narrative tokens furthest away from their all-time high, which I would stay away from basically every single one of these. But if this is Pepe, though, I don't know what that's talking about. But same thing. Like, you guys can just look at a lot of this other stuff. So mainly what the other thing I wanted to cover with this data was right here, narrative indexed the last 6 months. So it kind of shows, again, what narratives are, the most popular, what are really big. And it's showing what are some of the big. What is this, like, blue? What is that, DeFi 2? So, all right, maybe LSD, because we saw LSD earlier as a top narrative. So it's probably LSD, AI, and meme coins. They're probably the number 1, 2, and 3, top performing narratives the last couple months. But again, based on, what I usually cover on the channel and what I focus on personally, I'll cover, see meme coins, how they're performing, GameFi, AI. We'll do DPIN just to see what it's doing. And this is kind of just like, it shows the trends of how these narratives are performing, and how they've been performing. I don't expect much from any of these while the market's been chopping for months, but I think the ones that are showing the most strength, overall the last few months are going to be probably the better performers overall in RWA. So as you can see, memes and AI are still number 1, right? But that is why, when I talked about BitTensor earlier, AI is still the number 1 narrative, and anything related to BitTensor as far as projects that are beta plays to BitTensor, that's why I cover that so heavy on and off on the channel. I think BitTensor beta plays will be insane performers this bull run when 99% of mind share, according to the data, is focused on BitTensor for AI. What do you think projects building underneath BitTensor are going to do? That is all the info you need to see when it comes to AI here. That is, like I said, that's why in the Discord, I covered basically a bunch of very good BitTensor beta plays. I'm probably going to do it on YouTube, go through a whole list of a ton of them that have a ton of potential. But this is going to be one of the biggest AI narratives going forward. Whether you want to call it a sub-narrative of AI, maybe BitTensor has its own narrative as, BitTensor beta plays. And then we got GPU-related, cloud computing as another narrative. I think BitTensor narrative itself is going to be huge. It already has been. But it seems like a lot of the AI BitTensor beta plays have not actually performed yet. A lot of them are still very new, and a lot of them have launched. They're down and they're kind of flat. Some of them are dead. A couple of them are, somewhat holding up. But like I said, I don't think they've really had a huge run yet, so that is where I'm focusing on AI right now. And like I said, memes, of course, killing it as usual. I literally have, I'd say, 80% of my portfolio or more in meme coins, and I have since I don't even know when. At least middle of the year. Like I said, guys, the data doesn't lie, and if you're missing out on what the data is telling you here, you're going to be missing out on most of the gains of the cycle. Not that you're not going to make anything, because Once we hit that bull run phase, anything and everything will start ripping. We're going to see different narrative pumps, and if you're allocated just into a narrative accordingly, you will make money 100%. But I really think AI and memes alone are going to be the best performers. And then to trim it down even further, what kind of AI, what kind of memes are going to be the best performers? That is why I cover culture coins for a subcategory of meme coins that are going to perform the best. That's why I cover BitTensor beta plays right now. That's mainly what I'm focusing on for AI. Those, in my opinion, are going to be some of the best outperformers in the AI sector that are low cap. I trim this stuff very, very far down. Because once you trim it down like that, you really just know where to focus your time and energy. But alt signal, we got median here. We got the sell your house and the buy your house range, and we got the actual chart signal in the sell your house range. Basically, I'm telling you to sell your house right now. Allocate to AI and memes. No, I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. But again, this chart's kind of interesting to look at. I haven't really used this too much in the bull run, but I don't know what to expect because we've just seen a consistent downtrend on this anyways. Since 2021, I don't expect this to shoot all the way back up here. But, it's just the higher this goes, it's basically telling you that you should be thinking about taking profits. So I'll link this one below as well. It's kind of funny. Outside of that, let's cover runes now. Because the reason why I like runes, though, I'm going to give you a rundown. Again, memes are number one. But runes are memes on the mother chain. I think Bitcoin DeFi is still an incredibly slept-on narrative. There's a ton of value being built outside of, just the meme coins alone, but there are a couple really good projects. But I'm going to cover a few runes, but I'm going to give you the main rundown on why I think it's going to be. I think these are where a lot of major gains are, where they're going to come from. So we just had this coin launch, Gizmo, the other day. This minted out very quickly. I think within I don't know if it was an hour or a couple hours, minted out quick. And it's already sitting at around 15 million in market cap a couple days later. But we've now seen a lot of these rune tokens taking some of their liquidity on Bitcoin, bridging it over to Solana. So what that means is that we're now seeing a lot of these rune Bitcoin tokens being able to be traded on Solana. And when you look at where's the most volume basically every single day for just the overall cycle in and of itself, it's on Solana. But then when you got, again, right now before I say anything, I'm not telling you guys to jump in and buy this. This is 17K in market cap. This is insanely high risk, as far as this being just launched. Do not just buy this. Do your research. I don't own this. I'm literally just giving you guys a rundown of what's happening. Just showing you an example of, what I've seen. But again, what we're seeing is a lot of, prominent tokens, even though, like I said, this one's brand new. But we're starting to see other major rune tokens putting a lot of their liquidity onto Solana. But the main reason why that's bullish is, again, if we see a meme coin super cycle really happen, a lot of runes are going to get fully included in the hype that happens on top of Solana. So, it's like some of the best meme coins on Bitcoin are already going to be very easily accessible to anyone with a Phantom wallet or Moonshot. And the reason why I bring those two things up is, looking forward, I think one of the biggest top signals that we are going to see this cycle is going to be seeing Phantom wallet and or an app called Moonshot being number 1 and 2 in the App Store. Anything within the top 5, that is going to be a heavy top signal, meaning retail is fully here. They are going heavy in meme coins right now. Everyone is jumping into memes. And I think we're probably gonna, benefit, or runes will be able to benefit off that, having their liquidity now on Solana, when most of the volume for the whole cycle is going to be on Sol. They can easily trade and access Bitcoin based meme coins, right? To me, that is insanely bullish. A lot of people I've seen don't actually like that idea. The fact that they're bridging it to, multiple chains. But, for me, from an investment standpoint, guys, like if you want your bags to pump long term, you need to be going to where the liquidity is, or where the liquidity is predicted to be. And I know for a fact it's going to be on Solana. So I think that's the most bullish thing that I think these Rune tokens can actually do. But like I said, we're seeing Gizmo right now. We actually just saw BDC, which is Billy, $1 billion cat. Same thing, just launched as well, I think a day ago. And again, I'm not telling you guys to buy this. This is not a buy signal. Yes, they're low in market cap, but again, it's just a portion of their liquidity right now, because this is currently around 100 million in market cap overall. So again, you're not buying this at 100 million in market cap. I'm sorry, you're not buying this at 900k market cap. Keep in mind. But again, just to be able to buy these now on Solana is huge. We've already seen this with Pups. Pups has bridged over months ago. I don't even know how many months ago. A long time ago now. 6 months ago. Is that the right Pups? No. Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah, okay. I guess they're migrating to a new contract. But yeah, Pups already went on an incredible run. And again, I think one of the main reasons why it went so crazy, Solana. That is, again, just to me, one of the easiest things you can predict and think about in the market. So that's what I'm looking at for runes and why I'm very bullish on it. Because again, if you can get into really good lower cap rune tokens before they even bridge over, and again, it's not guaranteed that every rune is going to do that. There's probably only going to be a few that end up doing it. But that's going to be a massive edge for any rune to actually do that over all the other ones. Because I think when retail comes in, they're not going to be wanting to, make a Bitcoin wallet, learn how to use these platforms, how to actually buy your runes, split your runes, do all this stuff, right? New people that are jumping into crypto to buy meme coins, they're not going to do that. They frankly will not care. But if it's on Solana, it's easy to use in their Phantom wallet. They'll buy the coin if they can buy it within seconds, right? And that's also why I say we potentially could see some major rune tokens being listed onto Moonshot, which Moonshot is basically an app where they literally just list meme coins, and you can buy and sell meme coins on their platform. And I think that, again, that's going to be huge going forward, because meme coins they're going to be the top narrative. I just hope you guys can understand and see where I'm going with this. It's not very complicated, I just think it's super obvious in hindsight, but a lot of people might just a lot of people might look at this and be like, well, dude, why am I going to buy a meme coin on Bitcoin when, there's already a bunch of good Solana memes? Again, it's going to just be a narrative shift and a shift of ideology and attention, that will come onto the scene. It always happens. Narratives always shift, even within a single narrative, there's multi, sub narratives that happen. Like I'm saying with meme coins, we're going to see a ton of cult coins have started to pump. Tons of animal coins pump here and there. Now we're seeing AI meme based coins pump. There's narratives within narratives too. But outside of that, that is what I wanted to cover today. A bunch of different stuff that I've noticed. But like I said, I'm very bullish going forward, and like I said, based on these charts, there's mainly two areas you should be focusing your attention. That is meme coins and AI. And for me personally, mainly Bit Tensor, Subnet, AI tokens. You know, that is, to me, like, that's just huge alpha in and of itself right there. But outside of that, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll probably drop, like I said, another video, probably going over a bunch more BitTensor beta plays, because I still feel like on Twitter, or not even on Twitter, but on YouTube or different places, I don't think many people have covered stuff like this yet. And like I said, based on the data, it's super obvious that it's going to have a huge narrative wide pump at some point. So I'll probably cover that soon, but outside of that, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.